Russia, back then the Soviet Union, the biggest country in the world and one of its most powerful.
Stupid.
Germany wanted to expand. They were looking towards the east, but at the east was the Soviet Union, the largest country in the world and definitely a force to be reckoned with. So they wanted to take over Poland, but they did not want the Soviet Union getting the wrong idea. So what they did was that they had a pact between the two of them. They would split the country that was between them, Poland. But how long was this friendship going to last? Friendship between the two of them led to a great thing, the takedown of Poland. But it also led to the start of World War II. Now you must understand that Britain and France tried to stop Germany, but France had to surrender and Britain retreated back. They were unable to take down Germany, and Hitler decided that he was strong enough to take down the giant force that was Russia in 1941. But how did it turn out? German were in Stalingrad, a place that was well needed to the people of the Soviet Union. It was an industrial center with lots of oil and was also named after one of its top officials. But the Germans found themselves surrounded as the cold winter set in. They ended up having to surrender and they lost more equipment than the entirety of the British Army had ever held throughout the war. This was a definite loss for Nazis. Hitler was angry about the loss at Stalingrad. It had to counterattack. We were bringing 2,700 tanks to attack the Soviet Union. Now, British code breakers, with the help of German prisoners, were able to tell the Russians just when this was happening, and they were prepared with 3,000 of their own tanks. Many of the Germans' tanks broke down, and many more were crushed by the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union was able to go back into Poland again. Unfortunately, our historian couldn't come today, but I have a basic understanding of what happened, and I can tell you just what he needs to know. Now, the real and true turning point of the World War II was the Alamein. This is because at that time, France had left the war, they had surrendered, and Britain had retreated from the front at that time and were in their country trying to ward off the Germans, trying to make them surrender. Everybody was in a deep point. But at the time, the only people who were actually fighting the Germans were the Russians. Now, we cannot underlay everything that the Americans and the British have done, but we must remember that at the time, both the Americans and the British people only had 1/3 of the German army fighting them, while Russia, a single country by itself, had the rest. We also must remember that Stalingrad, the Russians were able to take away the Germans of more of their equipment than the entire British army held, even with the pact that they had with America. So you must understand that the Russians had a crucial role in the winning of the World War and making this World War we have today. Thank you.